DHT is 5 times more potent than testosterone at its receptor, yet most conversations about male hormones focus entirely on testosterone and leave DHT out. DHT drives male pattern hair at puberty, libido, assertiveness, muscle hardness, bone density, and cognitive confidence in adult men. It's not the enemy hormone the hair loss industry wants you to think it is. It's the most potent androgen your body makes. The controversy around DHT is real. It does contribute to male pattern baldness and benign prostate growth in genetically susceptible men. But blocking it completely, as some medications do, produces significant side effects including reduced libido, erectile dysfunction, depression, and muscle loss. In this video, we are going to see what DHT actually does, the difference between supporting versus suppressing it, and what the research says about optimization. The scientific understanding of DHT has been shaped by landmark research spanning 50 years. A famous 1974 science paper by Imperator McGinley documented communities with a genetic 5-alpha reductase deficiency who couldn't convert testosterone to DHT, revealing exactly which masculine features DHT was responsible for. More recent work in the Journal of Andrology and Journal of Clinical Endocrinology has mapped DHT's roles in adult male health. The most damaging myth about DHT is that it's simply a harmful byproduct of testosterone, something to be reduced whenever possible. Research tells a more complex story. DHT is essential for libido, erectile function, mood stability, bone density maintenance, and cognitive sharpness in men. Studies show men with pharmacologically suppressed DHT experience clinically significant declines in sexual function and quality of life, even when testosterone levels remain normal. The hair loss industry has created significant fear around DHT that doesn't match the complete biological picture. Finasteride, a 5-alpha reductase inhibitor, blocks DHT conversion and can cause a condition known as post-finasteride syndrome in a subset of men: persistent sexual dysfunction, depression, and cognitive fog that continues even after stopping the drug. This is not theoretical. It's reported in peer-reviewed literature and taken seriously by regulatory agencies. The real issue for most men is not too much DHT, it's suboptimal testosterone from which too little DHT is being produced. Low total testosterone naturally leads to low DHT since DHT is downstream. The lifestyle factors that reduce testosterone, poor sleep, high body fat, chronic stress, sedentary behavior, simultaneously reduce DHT. Optimizing DHT therefore starts at the same foundation as optimizing testosterone. A comprehensive 2007 review in the Journal of Andrology catalogued DHT's essential roles in adult male physiology. The review documented that DHT binds the androgen receptor with 5 times the affinity of testosterone and dissociates 3 times more slowly, meaning its signal is both stronger and longer-lasting at the receptor level. The review also established that DHT is the primary driver of libido, penile health, and prostate function in adult men, independent of testosterone levels. For bone health specifically, research shows DHT plays a non-redundant role alongside testosterone. A study in the Journal of Clinical Endocrinology found that men with lower DHT levels had significantly reduced bone mineral density even when total testosterone was normal. DHT stimulates osteoblast activity, the cells that build bone, through a direct androgen receptor pathway. This is especially relevant for men over 50, when both testosterone and DHT decline. The lifestyle levers that support DHT production track closely with testosterone optimization but have some specific additions. Research shows zinc supplementation directly supports 5-alpha reductase activity, the enzyme that converts testosterone to DHT. Adequate dietary fat, especially saturated and monounsaturated, is essential for androgen synthesis. And resistance training, particularly compound movements, produces acute DHT elevation in the hours following training. The foods and substances that negatively impact DHT are also documented. Spearmint tea consumed regularly has shown anti-androgenic effects in clinical studies. High soy isoflavone intake can modestly suppress androgen signaling. Alcohol, especially in excess, disrupts the liver's ability to clear estrogen, indirectly tilting the testosterone to estrogen ratio in an unfavorable direction for DHT production. Research shows this pattern is more consistent across populations than previously understood. DHT optimization follows a 3-tier framework. First, fix the foundations: sleep, stress, and body composition. These are the biggest levers because DHT is downstream of testosterone, and testosterone is decimated by poor sleep, chronic cortisol, and excess body fat. Second, Optimize nutrition for androgen synthesis. Adequate fat, zinc, magnesium, and vitamin D. Third, leverage training. Compound resistance training is the strongest acute DHT stimulus. The timeline for DHT optimization mirrors testosterone recovery timelines because they're linked. Sleep improvement shows testosterone effects within 1 to 2 weeks. Body fat reduction has a longer timeline, 3 to 6 months to meaningfully shift the aromatization rate that competes with DHT production. Training adaptations in androgen sensitivity and baseline levels develop over 8 to 12 weeks of consistent resistance work. Here's the practical daily protocol for supporting healthy DHT levels. Prioritize 7 to 9 hours of sleep. This is non-negotiable. Include compound resistance training at least 3 times per week. Eat adequate dietary fat and don't fall below 30% of calories from fat. Ensure zinc from food sources, oysters, red meat, pumpkin seeds. Avoid excessive alcohol, which impairs androgen metabolism. Context matters for DHT decisions. If you're a younger man with high DHT and genetic hair loss, the trade-off consideration is real and personal. If you're a man over 40 experiencing declining libido, mood, strength, or bone density, DHT optimization through lifestyle is likely more relevant than worrying about hair. If you're taking a 5-alpha reductase inhibitor for any reason, discussing comprehensive hormonal effects with your physician is important. DHT is the most potent androgen in the human male body. It drives libido, bone density, erectile function, cognitive drive, and muscle hardness in ways testosterone alone cannot match. The research is clear that chronically suppressing it carries real health costs. The healthy approach is supporting the hormonal environment through sleep, training, diet, and stress management that allows optimal DHT production naturally. Understanding your hormones means understanding the full picture, not just testosterone, not just DHT in isolation, but the whole system and how lifestyle decisions affect it. The research exists. The levers are real. And they're mostly the same ones that support overall health anyway. Research shows this pattern is more consistent across populations than previously understood. Studies find these effects are measurable and reproducible across independent research groups.